The importance of pricing within marketing campaigns can be the difference between a successful strategy or not. In basic terms, as the general goal of marketing is to facilitate the relationship between the consumer and the seller, pricing can obviously play a huge part in most industries. After all, with so much competition in many markets, the price may be the only element which customers differentiate between brands and companies. Typically, there's many different factors which influence the value of a product or service. This can include manufacturing costs, time restrictions, perceived quality, market positioning, and so on. Generally, a buyer's interest in a product will come from their expectations and benefits which the product has to them. In their minds, they must weigh up the benefits of a product with the exchange of money. In most industries, price is a main element in the marketing mixture because it relates directly to the generation of revenue. Many business owners and marketeers use the following formula: profit equals total revenue minus total costs. They use this equation to work out if their businesses and products are worthwhile in their market. Price, of course, affects a business's profits in all sorts of ways. If you're located at the lower end of a market, you need to sell more items than a brand at the top end of the market. For example, a budget watch brand needs to sell more products than Rolex because of the huge difference in price between the two brands. Of course, apart from general costs of manufacturing products, the main element between a low-budget brand and a luxury brand is their marketing campaigns. Typically, by placing a product high, brands can emphasize the quality of a product and try to increase the prestige associated with its ownership. The lower the price, marketeers attempt to emphasize a bargain and entice customers who go out of their way to save a small piece of money. In many cases, luxury brands are not engaging in price wars with other competitors. They're operating a monopoly called non-price competition. This happens when a business decides not to focus on price and instead highlights individual product features, level of service, product quality, promotion, packaging, and other factors to distinguish its product from competing brands. A key advantage of non-price competition is that a business can build customer loyalty towards its brand. Equally, from a marketeer's point of view, if the target audience prefers non-price competition, they may not be as easily attracted away by competing companies or brands. However, budget brands are continually attempting to match or beat a competitor's price. This means the winner will be the brand which can produce the product for the cheapest amount. If companies are producing similar products and selling at similar prices, then the brand which can manufacture items for the lowest amount will be the most profitable in the long term. Remember, price competition isn't always a bad thing. It gives marketeers flexibility. They can adjust prices to account for changes in their costs or respond to changes in demand for the product. If competitors try to increase market share by cutting costs, a company challenging on a price basis can quickly react to such efforts. Another thing many marketeers need to think about is demand and price resistance. These types of elements can easily challenge the effectiveness of marketing campaigns and products pricing. Defining the demand for a product is the responsibility of the marketing team, who are assisted by research and forecasting techniques, which can produce estimates of sales potential or the quantity of a product that could be sold during a certain period. For example, if you own a jewellery company, there may be higher demand for products around Valentine's Day. It's important to remember that for a lot of products, the quantity demanded by consumers goes up as the price goes down. And the quality demanded also goes up as the price goes down. A good example of this is televisions. The market became flooded with HD and LCD TVs from manufacturers across the world. This meant TV brands had to reduce their prices to compete with other companies. However, to make themselves different from rivals, they added more features, so the demand for quality by customers increased. Marketeers then used these new features to market their products more effectively. Equally, demand can also drive up prices. The lower the quantity of products, the higher the prices can be. It's the marketing campaign which generates buzz around elite items such as this. Prestige products, such as particular perfumes and jewellery, tend to sell better at higher prices than at lower ones, mainly because their marketing campaigns have created a sense of luxury attached to them. However, you need to remember, if the price goes too high, the quantity demanded goes down, meaning a business could make less money. This is where research into marketing trends and target audience comes into play. If marketeers and business owners can determine the price resistance of demand, setting a price is much easier. By examining total revenues as prices change, marketeers can determine whether a product is price elastic. Thus, is the product priced correctly, or whether the price needs changing for the market it's targeting. On the contrary, price resistance can also work the other way, meaning the price can change, but consumers need that product or service as part of their everyday lives, so they pay the difference. This can be seen in gasoline pricing and train fares, as people must drive to work or get the train. Although the prices are higher, they require the product or service, so they pay the money.